Hi guys. So I know I said I was going to go live doing this video. I can't because I don't fit the eligibility requirements on YouTube because I don't have enough followers yet. So if you would, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can build a better following. This package, it's late and I'm kind of tired, but this package is from Amazon. This is my book that I wrote called Modernella, and I'm going to open it and read a little bit to you. This is my book. It's a little thicker than the last one. And I don't know if I'll be writing anymore or if I'll be doing ghost writing. But this is the story of me and my ex-fiance. I have romanticized it a little bit more than what actually happened. I changed a few things. So I'm going to read a little bit. Narrative. Once upon a time, about 5 years ago, there was a woman named Modernella who believed in God, marriage, and family. She believed in this so much that she forsook herself to fulfill what she believed and deemed to be godly. She had traditional values in a modern godless age. Modernella also had 3 friends, Twiddledee, Twiddledum, and Twiddleidiot, who, despite their many issues, learned how to love them for who they were. The following is a story of a young modern-day woman who, because of the failure of women's liberation and the destruction of masculinity in our society, chose to love herself in the end. Chapter 1, The Ball. It was Modernella's 30th birthday, and she decided to go on vacation all by herself to an all-inclusive resort spa. She had a blast. She got massages, facials, spent time in the pool and sauna, and just generally enjoyed herself. One day on this vacation, she wakes up and throws the covers off her, and she orders room service. Excuse me. As she is sipping her coffee, she is reading the paper and noticed that there would be a grand charity ball not too far from where she was staying within the next week. So she decides to call Twiddledee and tell him her plans. Hey Twiddledee, it's Modernella. How are you? I can't talk now. I'm at work, but let's go for sangria later. Sounds like a plan? She gets hung up on. I can't tell that one anything, she says. She decided not to tell anyone else of her plans and decided to continue with her vacation and go to her next facial appointment. After all, she was at the spa. In the meanwhile, she kept dreaming of this ball she wanted to attend. How was she going to get there? How much would the ticket cost? How much would a dress and transportation be? And she began to budget out all of this in her head. Her facial is done, and the technician leads her to the ladies' quiet room, where she sits down with a cup of hot cocoa and looks out the window from her leather chair. She takes a deep breath and relaxes even more. She becomes startled when someone harshly places a newspaper down on the table next to her. It is the same paper as she read earlier that morning. She picks it up and reads it. It says, "The Ancient Order of the Knights of the Holy Grail has their 5th annual charity ball to support the persecuted Christians of the Middle East. Tickets start at $600 a person." She read on at the Milton Hotel Spa. She thought to herself, this is happening here at where I am staying. It must be a sign. I think I will go. Dress shopping. After her latest treatment, a massage, She sat in the choir room overlooking the roaring hills. This time she was on her phone, shopping for a dress. Tweedledee kept on texting her and interrupting her feed, and so desperately wanted to go for Spanish food, tapas and sangria. She thought, can't this kid do it one thing without me? Did he seriously forget that I'm on vacation? She finally texted him back. Did you forget something? No. Yes, you did. I am on vacation. Oh, sorry. With that, she stopped talking to him for the duration of her trip. Despite the drama, she was able to go onto her phone feed and shop for an amazing dress. Excuse me, I'm tired. One second. She found the gown that she wanted and she had it express shipped to the hotel. The gown was a Regency purple, scoop neckline with 3/4 black lace sleeves and a black lace on the bodice of the dress. It was a ball gown style with a floor length skirt. She even purchased an extra petticoat slip for the dress. She didn't bother with shoes because she always travels with a pair of ballerina shoes in silver just in case. Always very practical. That night she went for dinner at the formal dining room at the hotel. She told the waitress and the sommelier about her dress and how she would be attending the Knights of the Holy Grail ball. The waitress was very happy for her. The sommelier, well, he couldn't care less. He just kept pouring her wine. Modernella soon realized, after about her third glass of Pinot Noir, that she had yet to order her ticket. She whips out her phone before guzzling the last of the Pinot Noir in her glass and orders the $600 ticket. The next morning, she gets an unexpected wake-up call. Good morning, ma'am. This is Victor down the front desk. We have a package for you. The front desk brings the package up to her room and she signs for it. It is her ball gown. Excitedly, she tries it on. It's beautiful, perfect length and size, no extra fittings needed. It was as if the dress was made for her. She slips out of her gown and puts it away. She calls the spa for a hair, nail, and makeup appointment for the day of the event. The best part, the dress was Regency purple. The day of the event arrives. Modernella goes downstairs to the spa to get beautified for the grand ball. First she got her pedicure. She got the chocolate mint spa pedicure and picked a polish that truly matched the color of the dress. The temperature of the water was perfect. She enjoyed the soaking of her feet. The mint scrub the pedicurist used to exfoliate her calves and feet was exhilarating and completely satisfying. After the scrub, the pedicurist slathered Modernella's feet with a rich dark chocolate clay mask. Modernella sat there for 20 minutes, completely relaxed, enjoying the massage from the chair she sat in, daydreaming about her evening ahead. The pedicure was halfway through. The pedicurist took the warm, wet towels from the towel warmer and used them to remove the chocolate mask from Modernella's feet. With kneading and massaging, she removed the chocolate mask with the towels. When the mask was removed, the pedicurist gave Modernella's feet one good rinse with the hose from the pedicure tub, dried them off, and began to massage them using a lavender massage oil. After the massage, the pedicurist again removed the lavender massage oil with warm towels from the towel warmer, massaging Modernella's feet through the towels. Finally, the polish. The polish was the beautiful purple that would match the dress perfectly. When it came time for Modernella's hair and makeup to be done, she knew she wanted an elegant look when it came to the makeup, which she would later do herself upstairs. She was always very good at makeup. However, she could not do her own hair, so she walks down to the lower level of the spa, which is the salon. She shows the girl who would do her hair a few pictures of what she wanted. She wanted a large bun in the back of her hair about 3/4 of the way up in the shape of a rose. The hairdresser, who was extremely professional in how she spoke to Modernella, said, "Well, that's great that you want that style. Though your hair is very long, you don't have enough hair for the style." "What do you mean?" Modernella asked. "Most hairdos you see like this on the internet and in magazines have extensions added to them to create fullness. How many people are born with that much hair?" "Oh, I have never had hair extensions before. Do they need to be glued to my scalp?" "No, they don't. They can be pinned in and then taken out when you get home." "That sounds great." "Perfect. Come in. Excuse me. Perfect. Come to have a seat and I'll match your color to the extensions I have." Marinella takes a seat in the salon chair. The hairdresser whom she had a consultation with draped her with a cape and then walked away to look for some extensions. Modernella takes one look at herself in the mirror and decides she looks horrible. The hairdresser came back with hair, long hair, sealed in plastic bags. Modernella had never seen anything like this. She was very curious about what would happen next. The hairdresser started to pin the strands of hair into Marinella's own hair. "I look like Rapunzel," she exclaimed. "Yes, you do," replied the hairdresser. After a few hours of pinning and braiding, Modernella got the updo that she was looking for, and she loved it. Her updo looked just like the picture. It was literally picture perfect. She sat there in the chair, admiring her hair, reaching up and gently feeling the hair with her fingertips. She was very mindful of all the pins in her hair and the weight of the pins and the extensions. It came time to pay. "That will be $80, the hairdresser said. Here, Marinella. Here." Marinella hands her a $100 bill. "Keep it. You did such a wonderful job." "Thank you," smiled the hairdresser. Marinella then began to walk upstairs. She looked at the time. She had about 2 hours until the ball. She was amazed that she spent all that time at the salon. She gets on the elevator, and when she reaches her floor, she enters her suite. She decides to call Trilody while she was laying out her makeup and decided on how she is going to apply it and what colors to use. She calls Trilody and allows the phone to ring a few times before it goes to voicemail, and then she just hung up. She takes a deep breath and then sits down, composes herself in front of the vanity. She pulls out all of her makeup, foundations, lashes, contour powders, bronzers, and eyeshadow palette, and many other makeup items. She begins to apply the foundation base, then the foundation, and simply builds her face of makeup over the next course of a half hour. When she was done, she felt so pretty and like a movie star. She reaches for her phone and takes a selfie. She sends it to Twildy. "Who is this? Modernella, is that you? OMG, what happened? Where are you going? Tell me more about it." "Well, if you would answer your phone, I would have told you all about it. I am going to a ball tonight." "Oh, really? How come you didn't tell me?" "I don't know, maybe because you never answer your phone and you forget what I tell you. I am at the Milton Hotel." "Oh, the one with the spa?" "Yeah." "How's the spa?" "It's really nice." "Do you love it?" "Yes, of course I love it. Who wouldn't?" Twildy has always been a good friend to Marinella. Not always perfect, but a good friend nonetheless. "Well, you look beautiful, girl. Have fun tonight, and maybe you will meet someone. Hugs." "Thanks. I love you too." The phone call ends. Marinella gets up and begins to get dressed. First her stockings. Yes, she always wears stockings with a formal dress, or in this case, a gown. Her mother raised her correctly. Then she put her ballerina shoes on. She figured to do this before she puts anything else on and cannot move. The petticoat she slipped into, then tied the strings to secure it about her waist. Then finally the dress. The dress was perfect but very big. She slipped that head first and then wiggled, tugged, and pulled to get the dress on. She struggled with the zipper but was able to manage. When she was all settled in her formal attire, she looked at her watch and gasped. I am already a half hour late. How did this happen? I need to get downstairs. Modernella made sure she had everything, her key, her clutch, her phone, and her lipstick. She made sure the door of her suite was thoroughly locked behind her. She walked down the hallway a little bit, heading toward the elevator. A young fellow with a little boy came darting off the elevator down the hall, his mother yelling, Don't run and don't touch that lady. You will dirty her gown. The boy stopped in his tracks and Modernella just chuckled. The boy's father held the elevator for Modernella, commented on how beautiful she looked, and she got on the elevator and the doors closed behind her. The elevator bell goes ding. Modernella is just about to enter the ballroom and the doors of the elevator, and Modernella is amazed. The whole element of the corridor she just entered is entirely old world, masculine, and slightly ethnic. She looks up at the high ceilings and wonders if the ceiling she is looking at is the original ceiling. They are ornate and very detailed. There is a very large staircase, something that you would see in the Confederate South during the American Civil War, with a huge banner of the emblem of the Knights of the Holy Grail draped about it. She is in complete awe. In spite of her being starstruck, she goes to check in and gives them her name, and she finds out she is sitting at table 10. There were silent auctions going on and dignitaries walking around with their decorations. Modernella decided to go to the bar and get a Prosecco. Can I buy you a drink? A masculine voice said. Modernella responds, For what I paid to be at this event, it better be an open bar, she chuckled. My name is Abdul. Nice to meet you. I am Modernella. What table are you sitting at? I am sitting at table 10. Perfect, Abdul says. I think we will have much to talk about. The bell chimes, announcing that dinner is about to be served. All the guests usher into the ballroom. The MC announces that the Monsignor will say the blessing. O Lord, bless us all here who are gathered in your name, present here tonight. Bless the food we are about to eat. Bless the hands that grew it, the hands who prepared it, and those of whom will serve it. Especially bless us who will eat it. Bless us, O Lord, with these thine gifts which we are about to receive through Christ our Lord. Amen. The guests sit down, and Modernella and Abdul sit next to one another awkwardly until Modernella finally asks, So Abdul, where are you from? Tunisia, he replied. Where is that? North Africa. It used to be known as Carthage. Oh, St. Augustine's area. Exactly. So what brings you here? Northern Africa is no longer Christian land. I converted when I was 28 from Islam to Catholicism. That's an interesting conversion. What made you convert? That is the story I plan on telling to a very special woman one day. Needless to say, at this point, Modernella is completely intrigued with this foreign, handsome, and very dashing man. Dinner is served. It's a medallion of filet mignon with burgundy truffle sauce, mashed potatoes, and spinach. Modernella, thinking critically, thinks to herself, wow, when I paid for a ticket, you don't get a choice. As Marinella and Abdul are eating, an award ceremony is going on. They are honoring certain dames and knights for their work they had done for the humanity of the church. Silent auctions were going on as well, which not too many people were bidding on. Trips to the island of Malta and to the Holy Land. Since lack of bidding was taking place at the silent auction, they had announced that they were asking for donations to the charity. Modernella made a donation. "What brings you here this evening?" Abdul asked. "I'm on vacation, and I read about this ball in the newspaper." "Oh, that's very good," Abdul said. "Tell me about your family, your husband. What does he do?" Blushing, Modernella said, "I come from a family, but I am not married." "A beautiful woman like yourself not married. What is wrong with this country?" They both laughed. The evening was coming to a close when Abdul asked, "Can we exchange numbers?" "Sure thing," Modernella replied. Modernella walks up to her suite alone at this point. She had taken her shoes off and earrings off and was carrying them. She enjoyed the relief of the jewelry-free earlobes and the stocky feet with the hotel rug underneath them. She gets into her suite and unlocks the door. She is so tired that she just sleeps on top of the bed in her dress, her hair and all. She sleeps all night soundly. The next morning, she wakes up to her phone vibrating. At first, she couldn't find it. It was Abdul calling her. She answers the phone in her groggy morning voice, and drools coming out of the side of her mouth. "Hello?" "Good morning, Princess." "Good morning, Abdul. I see you have called me 20 times. "Yes, well, I was very worried about you. I didn't hear from you after you got in. I was thinking about calling security to come find you." "Abdul, I promise you I am very flattered, but I was fine. I was just really extra tired from the eating and slept all night soundly." "Are you checking out today?" "Yes, I am." "Are you hungry? Would you like to have breakfast with me in the dining room?" "That would be lovely, but I need some time to shower and get these extensions out of my hair." "Take your time. I am not going anywhere." Marinella jumped to her feet, practically ripped off her dress, and busied herself taking the extensions out of her hair that she had slept in from the night before. She showered, brushed her teeth in the shower, got dressed. She never got ready for breakfast so fast in her life. She put on a nice summer dress, grabbed her bag and key, and walked down to the dining room. Marinella reaches the dining room. There, outside of the hostess stand, is Abdul in a really nice suit with his legs crossed, sitting on the leather couch, drinking a Bloody Mary. "Good morning, Abdul." "Good morning. How did you sleep?" "I slept very well, thank you." "Can I get you a drink?" "Yes, I would like a Bellini." They both get up, take their drinks, and go sit down. "This is a really nice buffet," Marinella remarked. "In fact, I didn't know the hotel had something like this." "It is really nice," Abdul confirmed. The hotel had a beautiful and formal circular dining room. It had the floor-to-ceiling windows in the far wall so that you could see the hills and the amazing landscape of the countryside. The breakfast buffet was extraordinary. They had waffles that you could have made to order, an omelet station too, and all sorts of Schaefer dishes that had all sorts of warm, delicious breakfast goodies in them. "You know, I still think you look very pretty," Abdul said. "You're kidding me," Marinella blushed. "Hi, folks. Sorry for the interruption. I am Suzanne, and I will be your waitress this morning. I hope you are having a good morning so far. Can I get you folks anything, coffee, a drink?" "I would like a cappuccino," Marinella replied. "I would like a double espresso, please," Abdul responded. "One cappuccino and one double espresso coming up," chimed the waitress. The, mo- the moment of awkward silence after the waitress leaves to get the coffees when Abdul says, "Why don't we get up and get some breakfast?" With that, they both get up and head for the buffet. Coming back from the buffet with their plates piled high, Abdul states, "Can I get..." Oh, I guess I repeated myself in this. "Can I get your phone number?" "I thought you would never ask," exclaimed Modernella. They take out their phones, exchange that information. One texts the other so that so the other has the number. Modernella is thrilled. She felt herself truly falling for Abdul. Cappuccino for the lady and a double espresso for the gentleman. Suzanne, the waitress, finally brought over the coffees. "Thank you," Marinella said. They both took a break from eating their meal and to prepare their coffees to their liking. Abdul liked his espresso with 1 pack of sugar, and Marinella just stirred her cappuccino just once so that she could enjoy the bitter and somewhat sweet taste of the cappuccino. They were both enjoying their meals and coffee when Marinella picked up her head and asked, "So what is your conversion story?" Abdul just looked at her. I am going to end this here because otherwise I'm going to go through the entire book. And this was my story with my ex-fiance. I could have edited it better, but that's not the case. But anyway, it's in print, and I'm going to post the link in the comments. And I hope you guys get a copy of my book.